practice routines are crap. Sorry to put it that way, but you need to stop them. It's beginner stuff. So how do you create and stick to a practice routine that covers all essential aspects of guitar playing? So you can kind of, move everything forward every day. Well, the answer is you don't, because it's destructive. That perfect practice routine won't get you anywhere near mastery. It'll make you okay at some things and poor at others, but it's literally the worst thing you can do to your guitar practice if you want to become really good. Because what we do is we say, okay, I want to practice chords, right? You need chords in order to become a musician and a guitarist. And you need to be able to solo. You need some rhythm skills. You need some scale skills. You need to practice arpeggios. And you need some practice routines that you can do every day. So, okay, a nice drill is play all the open string chords in a specific order. A nice for open chord, a nice drill for bar chords is play all, like whatever the variations are, and then doing the same thing. Okay, and the drill for scales is like, okay, let me play all my pentatonic pads, and then we play all my, okay, and then we play my minor pad, right, all my cage shapes with the pads. Let me play all the 3-note per string passages. Let me play all the harmonic minor passages. Then play all the melodic minor pads, and then you go on and on like an insane person, and it doesn't work. Why? Because human beings don't learn that way. It's just it's an illusion. It's like, hey, that there is a perfect practice routine, and then I don't have to be intelligent. I don't have to do anything. I can just lean back and do whatever the teacher tells me, or follow the practice recipe, the practice routine, and then I will arrive at a point where I'm a very, very good guitarist. Doesn't happen. Never happened. See, the ones we look up to, the people we admire for their amazing guitar skills, never did that. Never is there a person on the highest level of guitar practicing that did that. Period. Doesn't exist. You might remember, or they might remember, some period of time where they did that. But where they really developed and really make enormous progress is when they got obsessed about one single thing. Like developing your left hand technique, or playing all the open string chords and right, or being very fast at going, picking with a pick, for the chords or whatever. And then they started imagining how cool it would be to have that one skill, and then they started practicing it like it was the most important thing in the world. Because see, the brain needs focus. Whatever it becomes good at, it focuses on, and it focuses on it very burningly for an extended period of time, like weeks and months. Like if you take the rays of the sun and you concentrate them through a magnifying glass, it can be like a warm, like little point, but when you get to the ultimate little, spot on your hand, it burns through your skin. And those are the warm rays that, that's nice. Oh, let me get a little bit of sun, right? You concentrate that into one point, and it burns through wood even, right? Sets buildings on fire, right? So, and that's your practice routine. That's all the rays of the sun shining on a big area, right? You practice a little that, little this, and then go over and over again for 1 hour every day, right? Where's the difference? Where's the burning wood? Where's the building on fire? Nothing happens worth really noting, right? You might be poor at something, good at other things, but in order for you to make a real distinguishable difference and make actual progress that you can see and hear from week to week and month to month, you must focus your efforts. Practice routines are crap. Sorry to put it that way, but you need to stop them. It's beginner stuff. When you are a beginner, you need to learn a little bit and have a little bit of fun with the first position minor pentatonic, a little bit of bar chords, and then gradually you have little success experiences. And then when you're, on the other side of the beginner stuff and you're quite, hey, maybe I'm an intermediate now, you need to stop with the practice routines. They are destructive. I can actually use that word though, because I can say instead of practicing 12 things in one day, or 3 things even, then take those 3 things or 4 things and then do one for 3 months, then the next for 3 months. Because most people say, whenever I say you need to focus, man, You can't, there's no extraordinary results without an extraordinary amount of focus. And doing four things every single day is not an extraordinary amount of focus. That's what normal does. That's what mediocre does. And so you become normal, you become mediocre. And what is that when it comes to guitar practicing? Well, mediocre or normal is that, most people give up by using practice routines, and the rest never really develop to any significant level, and not to the level they want to. So they also give up. They still have the guitar, but they don't play as much anymore. And so they go back, let me find the perfect practice routine and write that on Google or YouTube. That's where I got this. People search this stuff, right? To kind of, I'm confused. There's so many things to learn. I'm playing, give me a practice routine, right? Give me something I can do with little drills I can do over and over that will then, but that's not how it works. It works in this way. You take one area and then you figure out how to practice that so you get the most results. And everybody's different. We have the same nervous system, so we can all do it. So you take the best practice, you figure that out. I want to learn all the chords, I want to learn all the scale shapes, or I want to learn soloing. Always ask yourself, why am I practicing all the scale shapes? So I can move across the neck. Well, is there a better way than learning all the scale shapes? Maybe I need to learn the scales on 3 strings all the way up. Maybe that's a better approach if my result is to move across the neck. But you need to figure out, and you need to think, and you need to struggle with the strategies you use. You put one strategy into effect, which might be, let me learn all the cage shapes all the way up. And after a month, you can say, oh, I'm going to struggle to move horizontally because all I do is, right, like that. Maybe I need another approach. How to play, Then you try another approach and you put that into effect for long enough to notice whether you get a real result or not. And you continue like that. You become a scientist in the lab of amazing guitar skills. And that's what you do when you're obsessed about something. You want it so burningly that you can't think about anything else. It's like falling in love. You're not thinking about 5 different people when you're in love. You think about one person, right? That's all you think about. And then you make that one person just the most amazing thing in the world. That's what makes you obsessed with this person. Try to create a great relationship focusing on 5 different people at one time. That's not going to happen. It's not going to be popular, right? Maybe not so good of an example, but you know what I mean, right? So that's the way to get great guitar skills. And why does that work? Well, because nobody does it. So you have an extraordinary behavior now. The rest is just doing their practice routine, right? Becoming mediocre and not being able to break out of mediocre. You're taking your magnifying glass and then you concentrate the lens, all your effort, all your focus, all your thought processes. When you go to YouTube and search for videos, everything is about that little thing. That's when you get results. That's what everybody has ever done to get extraordinary results. And everyone who has extraordinary results did that, period. Even though they can't really, tell us about it because they're into guitar playing, not into teaching. So don't forget to subscribe if you like to be shouted at a stranger in a video. And I'll see you in one of the other videos.